Now just look at the numerator. The numerator is in the form a plus b the whole square. So a square plus b square plus 2ab, correct, right? So what does a square means? Root of 1 plus sin x the whole square plus root of 1 minus sin x the whole square plus 2 into root of 1 plus sin x multiplied by root of 1 minus sin x. No space, so I'm just trying to adjust there. Denominator is a square minus b square. So square root get cancels. 1 plus sin x minus of 1 minus sin x. So let's go for simplification further. Now a square, what is a square? A square will be 1 plus sin x plus b square 1 minus sin x plus 2 into root of 1 plus sin x multiplied by root of 1 minus sin x 1 minus sin square x. There you apply the formula of a plus b multiplied by a minus b. And in the denominator, now this plus 1 and minus 1 get cancels. Sin x plus sin x, so it's going to be 2 sin x. Eliminate minus sin x and plus sin x. So 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2. Root of 1 minus sin square x, it's going to be cos x. And what is in denominator? 2 sin x. Take 2 common, 1 plus cos x. And in the denominator, we have 2 also get cancelled, right? We have only sin x. Now notice that numerator is 1 plus cos x, denominator is sin x. Submultiple formulas, 2 cos square x by 2, that's for 1 plus cos x. Denominator 2 sin x by 2 multiplied by cos x by 2. 2 will be cancelled, 1 power of cos will be cancelled. Cos by sin will be cot x by 2. But what was, see, simplification is done, just one step away, right? The problem was cot inverse of whatever the process we have done, right? So finally, cot inverse of whatever we have done. So much is there, so we must write down. So we got it, cot inverse of cot x by 2. Eliminate this, the rest of the value will be x by 2, which is the required answer. Don't see the process is too lengthy to write. No. The only int is rationalization. That's enough. The rest of the things we can carry on. Now, similar to this, let's go to the next problem number 11. Tan inverse of root of 1 plus x minus root of 1 minus x by root of 1 plus x plus root of 1 minus x. Just similar to the previous one. They have provided the hint already in this question itself. So we need to go for x equal to cos 2 theta. That is the hint. Let us see why this has to be taken. The hint is quite simple. This is tan inverse. Whatever I do here should be converted in terms of tan. So root of 1 plus cos 2 theta minus root of 1 minus cos 2 theta by root of 1 plus cos 2 theta plus root of 1 minus cos 2 theta. What is 1 plus cos 2 theta? 1 plus cos 2 theta is nothing but 2 cos square theta minus 1 minus cos 2 theta 2 sin square theta. And in the denominator, this is going to be 2 cos square theta minus 2 sin square theta. That's okay now? Now, look at that. In the numerator, root 2 will be common from both the terms. I have taken it outside. Now look at this. Root of cos square, cos theta, minus root of sin square, sin theta. And in the denominator, root 2 is again taken common. Cos theta, what is the sign we have? Plus sin theta. That's fine. Root 2 will be cancelled. Then tan inverse of. Take cos outside from numerator. So on taking cos outside, okay, 1 minus tan theta, and in the denominator 1 plus tan theta. What we did was, okay, I can just say remove cos outside from numerator, and from denominator those cos 2 terms will be cancelled, right? And now what is tan inverse of 1 minus tan theta by 1 plus tan theta? We have a formula for this one directly. This is nothing but tan of pi by 4 minus theta. Eliminated, right? I told you the whole process was to convert the inside in terms of tan. We have done this. Now what is the remaining value for us? Pi by 4 minus theta. Go and find theta by using this. So using this, 2 theta equal to cos inverse x or theta equal to cos inverse x by 2. Substitute for the value of theta here. So pi by 4 minus theta, theta is cos inverse x by 2. Not difficult, students. Okay, one hint is enough to solve the whole problem. Simplification anybody can do. Okay, that spark, that int is most important for us. Now let's go for the next. So in the 12th one, 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sin inverse 1 by 3. I should prove it as 9 by 4 sin inverse 2 root 2 by 3. Prove that problem it is. So start from the left hand side and get the right side. Now let us start from the LHS. 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sin inverse 1 by 3. From this 9 by 4 I am going to take it outside. What is the remaining? Pi by 2 minus sin inverse 1 by 3. Students, we have a formula sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. Correct, right? Now what happens if I shift sin inverse to this side? I am going to get cos inverse x equal to pi by 2 minus sin inverse x. That's correct. This is something like that. Pi by 2 minus sin inverse x will be written as cos inverse x. So this will be 9 by 4 multiplied by cos inverse x. X value is 1 by 3. Now my required answer is in terms of sin inverse. This cos inverse should be converted to sin inverse. By completing the triangle, I am going to do it. So let's consider cos inverse 1 by x equal to a, or cos a is equal to 1 by 3. Complete the triangle, use identity, any of the two, that's okay. So if this is a, this will be 1, this will be 3. What I am going to get, say it's going to be 9 minus 1. 9 minus 1 is going to be 8. Square root of that, right? Square root of 8 can be written as 2 root 2. So this side will be 2 root 2. What's the definition of sine? Opposite by adjacent. So this 9 by 4 multiplied by sine inverse 2 root 2 by 3. That's my required answer. Where is the difficulty level? There is nothing called as difficulty. Okay, we will feel difficult. There are two chances. One thing, the person who is teaching you, the person who is explaining you, he was unable to deliver properly. The second thing, that means we have not done properly. That is the first case. The second case, we have not practiced actually. Okay, we have not learned the basics, what is required for us, or we didn't listen properly. Okay, or we get distracted. Okay, these are all the things actually. Now depending on this, you should come to the conclusion. Okay, let's go to the next, students. Problem number, there are two solving problems are there, so let us finish this. Problem number 13, solve means we have to find out x value. 2 tan inverse cos x is equal to tan inverse 2 cosecant x. Solve it for x. So solve it means don't simply start with LHS and get the RHS. That is not the meaning. Take both the sides at the same time, solve it for x value. It's just like 2 tan inverse x. We have a formula 2 tan inverse x equal to tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. Use that formula. Then on the right side, retain this tan inverse of 2 cosecant x. Eliminate tan inverse. 2 cos x, 1 minus sin square, 1 minus cos square. What is 1 minus cos square? Sin square x is equal to 2 cosecant x. Cosecant can be written as 1 minus sin. Correct now? 1 power of sin will be eliminated. 2 is also get eliminated. Cos by sin. Cos by sin will be cot x. Cot x equal to 1. This can happen if the value of x is equal to pi by 4. So the next one is, we have to, let's go for 14. What's been given is tan inverse of 1 minus x by 1 plus x is equal to, the right hand side is half tan inverse x. See, we don't have anything for half tan inverse x, correct, right? And instead of that, let us shift this 2 to left hand side. So 2 times tan inverse of 1 minus x by 1 plus x is equal to tan inverse x. Rearrange it sometimes. Use the formula of 2 tan inverse x. tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square is equal to tan inverse x. Eliminate tan inverse from both sides. Now let us start simplifying. So 1 minus x by 1 plus x, and in denominator 1 plus x the whole square minus 1 minus x the whole square by 1 plus x the whole square is equal to x. 1 power of 1 plus x will be cancelled. This 1 plus x goes to numerator now. So on shifting this to numerator, the numerator will become 2 into 1 minus x multiplied by 1 plus x. Fine. Now look at the denominator. Something like a plus b the whole square minus a minus b the whole square, or a square minus b square. So what is a square minus b square? A plus b multiplied by a minus b, right, and that will be equal to x. So numerator is a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square. Denominator, this I am going to get it 2 here, so here minus 1, but get this is what the remaining thing for me. I should simplify this further. Eliminate 2 and 2, cross multiply here. 1 minus x square is equal to 2x square. That's fine. Now 1 minus x square equal to 2x square, or 3x square equal to 1, or x square equal to 1 by 3, or x equal to plus or minus. That's how it should be done. Clear? Hope it's fine. I hope there is no problem at all. 2, yeah, that's okay. Fine. Now let's go to the next problem, number 15. The last 3 are objective problems. We can solve it actually, it's not an issue, but it still suggests you press just check. It's okay, I will only solve. 15th one, sine of tan inverse x. We need to find the value. What is the value of equal to, right? Just look at that. Sine of tan inverse x. So this is tan inverse. To eliminate should be converted to sine inverse. So tan inverse x equal to a, or tan a is equal to x. This is just like x by 1. If I complete the triangle for this, what's the definition of tan? Opposite, adjacent. This should be root of 1 plus x square by completing the triangle. So the problem will become sine of sine inverse x by opposite by hypotenuse root of 1 plus x square. Eliminate this, x by 1 plus x square. This is present in option D. That's fine, students. Now let's come to 16th one. Sine inverse of 1 minus x equal to, minus 2 sine inverse x. This value should be equal to pi by 2. Fine. Now I will suggest you options are there. Do it by verification method. That is the thing I will suggest you. Okay. So do it by verification method. So you can go for what are the values present there? The values are 0, 1 and 1 by 2. That's it, right? No problem, right? So just substitute back and verify, that's all. So suppose if I put x equal to 0, what will happen? Let's see. If I put x equal to 0, I should get pi by 2. Let's see if I give this. When I put x equal to 0, so this will be sine inverse 1 minus this will be sine inverse 0. Sine inverse 0 will be 0. Surely I am going to get pi by 2. So excluding 0, the remaining option, that means option B and option D will be eliminated. Right. Now let us check for one more value, that is 1 by 2. For example, if I put x equal to 1 by 2. So 1 minus 1 by 2 will be 1 by 2. Sine inverse 1 by 2 will be pi by 6 minus 2, right? Sine inverse 1 by 2, sine inverse 1 by 2 is going to be pi by 6. Simplify this, this will not give you pi by 2. Even if you put x equal to 1 also, it will not give you pi by 2. The only value which satisfies the given equation will be x is equal to 0. Let's go for the last one. The last one is 17. Simple. Use the formula of tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. On simplifying, you are going to get tan inverse 1 and tan inverse 1 will be pi by 4. So there's nothing to worry. Okay. Direct formula tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Fine, students. So that is the end of inverse trigonometric functions. A crucial one and an important one, not just here, in calculus part especially, there are many cases where we will use the topic of inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so study this, it will be helpful. Okay, and you have to just notice one thing: I am taking risk of solving each and every problem from NCERT. If problems are one type, many problems, sometimes I will suggest, but this chapter I have not taken any risk because I know the importance. Okay, so that is the reason why I explain each and every problem. What you need to make? You need to make a simple thing. Please make a note of it. Please make a note. Prepare a notes out of this. Okay, and once you write the notes, just sit and practice. Okay, and start working from the home exercise problems. Clear, students? So with the hope that you will be practicing from home corner. So I'm going to end the chapter now. So all the best. We'll meet in the next class.